Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome. My name is Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. Today I have for you guys my Q3 empties. These are all of my beauty empties from July up until now, so September, mid-September-ish. I have a handful of stuff. I have some makeup related products, a lot of skincare, and some body care as well. I'm just going to go over all of my overall thoughts on each one and then let you guys know if I would repurchase them or if I would pass on them. I like to do these every quarter because it does take me quite some time to use up products because I have a lot of products to go through. So I feel like doing empties really helps me determine how I feel about a product. And if I'm able to go through it, then I feel like that kind of speaks for itself. Everything in this video will be linked in the description box down below, as well as in the tagged products. You can shop the tagged products right here. There's going to be like a little shopping bag icon within this video, and if you click on it, it'll have a drop down menu of all the products that I'm mentioning, and it'll take you directly to the websites. As a side note, I did want to say that I did recently start to vlog, and I really appreciate all of your feedback on it. I was very nervous about vlogging. I had never done it because I just never knew if people would be interested in my life, I guess, and the things that I do, but truly you guys have been so incredibly kind about it, and I really enjoyed vlogging, and I really enjoyed like taking you guys along with me. So if you want to continue to see those types of videos, I do plan on making more content like that on my channel. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of your incredible feedback. So without further ado, if you guys are interested in seeing what I've emptied the last couple months, then let's get started. The first empty I have is the only fragrance that I have in this empties video, and it is the Glossier You perfume. This perfume has been the one that I've used exclusively and the most in the last 3 to 4 years. It is very much a skin fragrance. It has musk in it, it has pink pepper, and it smells very clean, but it also uses, I forget what the ingredient is, I always forget what it's called, but there's a specific ingredient that when you spray it onto your skin, it reacts with your chemicals and it creates almost like a skin-like scent to it. I love a skin scent. I feel like they are the cleanest, most appealing on me. I end up getting headaches very quickly with a lot of fragrances, but this one has been a tried and true one. But unfortunately, I heard that they've reformulated this recently. Whenever it hit Sephora stores around that time, they were kind of rolling out new perfume formulations, which is really unfortunate. I haven't noticed a huge difference, but something I have noticed is that the fragrances don't necessarily last as long on my skin anymore. Just because I've been using this for so long, I kind of got bored with it, and I just wanted to see if there were any other fragrances out there that are similar and would sit on my skin similarly. So I've been kind of like on this hunt. I want to say a little over a year now for a new like signature scent. This is probably my 3rd or 4th bottle in the last 3 to 4 years. I may end up repurchasing it down the road whenever, you know, I miss it, or if I don't find anything that I like more than this. Next, let's move into some body care. The first one that I have is this KOSAS deodorant. It's the green one, which is the Serene Clean scent. And for me, it's a very, very subtle scent. It doesn't really smell like anything, honestly. It just, I don't know, it just smells like fresh, I guess. But this deodorant is really wonderful. I absolutely love this deodorant. It does utilize clean ingredients in it, so there's no aluminum in it. I have been aluminum free in my deodorants for going on, I think, like 6 to 7 years now, and this one has been the best one that I've used in a very, very long time. It is this roll-on applicator, which I really enjoy. There are a lot of natural deodorants that require you to kind of have it sit on your armpit and soften and melt down and warm up to your skin before you can actually roll it on, but that is not the case with this one. You just roll it on and it goes onto the pits really nice and clean. It is clear, so it doesn't leave you flaky. You don't get those little white bits and the little white balls, you know. I love this because it utilizes chemical exfoliants like AHAs in it to actually kill the odor causing bacteria versus covering it up. And I think that this has actually helped with my overall odors even when I'm not wearing this deodorant. So I think it's really regulated my underarms and has really helped to eradicate the odor causing bacterias. And I just love this. I never feel stinky. It is not an antiperspirant though. I will say you will still sweat, but your sweat's not going to smell the same way that, you know, if you used a different deodorant. This is wonderful. I have already repurchased it and I will continue to repurchase this until I find something better, which it's hard to think of something better than this, honestly. Next, we have this deluxe sample size of the NECESSAIRE the body serum. This is just the fragrance-free version. I got this in a NECESSAIRE kit, I believe, is where I first used this. It comes out as a gel texture, and you use it straight out of the shower. So what I like to do is I'll shower, dry off my skin, and then while it's still slightly damp, I will pump a couple pumps of this on and just slather it all over the body. It does come in that gel texture like I mentioned, but it's not sticky or anything. But the thing is with this is I'm not exactly sure if it made a huge difference on my skin. Maybe you have skin that requires a little extra TLC, like you might have dry irritated skin or something like that. I could see this working really nicely for that, but for my uses, I don't know, I don't really miss it. I love the body exfoliator from NECESSAIRE. That is like my holy grail exfoliator currently, and I really like the body lotion as well. So I would probably choose those two products before I choose the body serum, honestly. It's nice, but it's not really a necessity for me. It was a nice hydrator, but it didn't make a giant difference on my skin. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this specific product. I just emptied this one actually. It's the SALTAIR Seascape Skin Nourishing Serum Body Wash. My husband and I both used this one and it smells so lovely. It just smells like almost like the beach, but in a clean way. It says the keynotes on this is exotic grapefruit, ylang ylang, and white sand. So it just smells like a very fresh, very clean, almost beach scent, and it was lovely. I really liked the texture of this. It comes out almost like a clear gel, a thicker gel serum like consistency, and then as you pump it out and then you lather it on your skin, it bubbles up. It gets really nice and foamy, which I really enjoy when it comes to a body wash. I wouldn't say that I smell it all throughout the day, but I definitely do smell it. It smells nice and clean, and it doesn't leave my skin feeling stripped or anything. I like that this is recyclable. It does use hyaluronic acid, panthenol, fermented marine complex, and polysaccharides. So a lot of skin loving ingredients in it. I want to repurchase this. I have a couple other body washes that I want to go through first, but this is definitely going back on my wish list. It's so good. Now I have two makeup products that I finished up. My beloved L'Oreal Serum Foundation. You guys know I've talked about this so many times. I absolutely love this serum foundation. I think it's wonderful. It's very nice and lightweight on the skin. It goes on and looks like your natural skin. This is a really, really good shade match for me as well. So I find that it just works for me all throughout the year. The only bad thing about this is definitely the applicator. I do not like this dropper thing. I never used the dropper really. I would just use what was on the outside and just smear on my face and use it that way. I did put the remainder of this product in a compact though, and I used it up that way, but I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this anytime soon. Not because I don't like the product, I absolutely love it, but because I do have that Maybelline skin tint that is very similar, but that one actually lasts a little bit longer on my skin. Like the wear time on it is just a little bit longer. I've used both of them with several different powders and several different setting sprays. That one will outlast this a little bit, like a tiny bit, maybe an hour or two longer. I'm going to continue to use that because I have it. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this anytime soon, but I would highly recommend this to anyone, especially if you have normal to dry skin. I think that this would sit beautifully. We have the One Size setting spray. You guys know I am thoroughly obsessed with this setting spray. So the way that it applies, it comes out like a hairspray. You spray it like a hairspray. The mist is fine, exactly like a hairspray. What makes this so unique is that it doesn't feel like it adds any type of hydration. It literally feels like whatever you have on your face, it just sets it down. And I think that you can definitely utilize this in a way that would cater to your skin type. So for instance, for me, since I do have combo normal to oily skin, I do get more oily throughout the day. So I definitely have to set my face with powder. So whenever I do all of my makeup and I set it down with powder, I do tend to go pretty heavy on the powder because I know that my oils will eventually go through it throughout the day. So I'll use my powders, and sometimes if I feel like I've gone a little overboard on the powder, I'll go in with something like MAC Fix Plus to kind of melt down all of the powder and have it sit on the skin better. And then I will go in and spray this on top just to lock in all of the makeup as well as that hydrating mist. So especially in the summertime, I was skipping the hydrating mist, and right after my powders, I would just go in directly and spray this on top because it would hold my makeup a lot longer and it would stay looking more mattified than if I were to use that mist. However your makeup is sitting, once you spray this on, it's gonna look like this. I've gone to parties, I've gone out and done like outdoor events and stuff, and even just everyday wear, or even if I have a long day of filming, I will spritz this all over my face and my makeup will last forever. It's just the best setting spray. I already repurchased this. I'm about to open my next can of this and I'm really excited. The next category we have is skincare. This is the last category actually, and I have a good amount of stuff that I used up. We have these NEUTROGENA makeup wipes, these makeup remover wipes, and I actually didn't ever use this on my face. I used this for swatches and stuff for videos. So anytime I did arm swatches, if I did any swatch on my face, maybe whenever I was doing my makeup and I had like foundation or concealer or something on my fingers and I didn't want to get it everywhere, just pull out a makeup wipe and I would use these. I just don't really prefer to use makeup wipes as a form of removing my makeup. I find that it can be a little bit harsh on my skin. I don't feel like it thoroughly removes my makeup. I will repurchase these because it's probably the best way to get rid of swatches and stuff like that very quickly. Next, we have these cotton pads from the brand PYUNKANG. I believe that's how you say it, PYUNKANG. This is a Korean skincare brand, and these are 1/3 cotton pads. These are extremely thin cotton pads, so you can almost they're almost transparent, and I love to use these to swipe on any medicated type of toners. Like if I have an AHA or BHA toner, maybe I have something that has salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide on it. I like to use a cotton pad because it'll give me the thinnest layer of that toner to where it won't be irritating on my skin. And another way that I really like using these cotton pads is to make DIY sheet masks. I like to go in with a toner, really any toner, usually it's a hydrating one. I'll soak these cotton pads and then I'll just place them on my skin, and because they're so thin, they kind of just like sit on the skin very nicely, very flush, and I'll leave it for about 3 to 5 minutes to remove it, and then that's like a DIY sheet mask. I think that for 160 pieces, it's like $5. It's so worth it. I already repurchased this. It's already in my bathroom and I've gone through like half of another box, so I'm definitely in need of more pretty soon. Next, I have these Shiseido facial cottons. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with these facial cottons. They're definitely thicker. They're a lot thicker, a lot more plushy than something like those 1/3 cotton pads. These are really nice, but I don't know if I would repurchase them just because I find that they're almost so thick that they take in too much product, you know? So I almost feel like I can't really swipe on all of the toner, like it kind of just gets stuck in the cotton pad. I think that if you were using this to remove your eye makeup, it would be really ideal because they're very pillowy and plushy and they don't seem like they would be irritating to the eyes or the eyelashes. Actually, they aren't. I've used them that way. I don't think I would be repurchasing it just because there are other even better Asian cotton pads that are a lot cheaper than the Shiseido ones. I never really thought that cotton pads of any sort made a big difference. They make a huge difference, and they all kind of serve their own purpose. These two things are like skincare, but they're kind of not. So I have this TOUCHLAND hand sanitizer. There's a little bit in there. I could probably use it once or twice more. This is the aloe scent, I think. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the Applicious scent. I have the little silicone keychain holder for this because I use TOUCHLAND hand sanitizer so often. I've been using these since I think 2020, and I've gone through tons and tons of them. And I think Sephora also comes out with like these gift set ones that I am planning on purchasing this year. This is the Lipikar Wash AP Gentle Foaming Moisturizing Wash. That is such a mouthful. I don't even know if I say it in the right order. Basically, this is a body wash that you can also use on your face. I got this from my dermatologist, but I've actually gone through 2 like full-size bottles of this. I love this for on the body as a body wash. It lathers up really nicely, but it also works very effectively on the face. I feel like it completely cleanses the face without stripping it. It is nice and gentle, and it's not irritating, doesn't break me out or anything. This is the dry to extra dry skin version, and this one tends to be a little bit more milky, I guess you could say. I will definitely repurchase this, but like I said, I am going through a couple different body washes right now, and whenever I finish that one, maybe I'll pick up this one, maybe I'll pick up the SALTAIR one. But this is a great option, especially if you tend to have very sensitive skin. Maybe you have eczema, psoriasis, anything of the sort. But even if you don't, it's a really great, just no fuss type of body wash and face wash. This is my favorite toothpaste. I've been using this for quite a while now. I think these are my second and third bottles, and now I'm on my fourth. I already bought a replacement and I'm using it currently. These are available now in stores at Ulta, but when I first started using them, they were only on the BOKA website. But this is wonderful. It utilizes natural ingredients and nanohydroxyapatite, which is considered a revolutionary material with wide use in dentistry. This is the mint, cardamom, and green tea flavor, but it really just tastes like mint. I really love it. It's like a subtle mint scent, or mint flavor, I mean. This is the only toothpaste I've used in my 30 years of life that has actually genuinely prevented cavities that I know of. And the reason why I say that is because before I started using this toothpaste, anytime that I went to the dentist, I had a cavity. Whether it was a full-blown cavity, whether it was just like a little spot that needed to be watched, you know, like there was always something. But as soon as I started using this toothpaste, the next time I went to the dentist, I had no cavities. And to be honest, it was definitely over a year between visits to the dentist and when I started to use this. You guys, no cavities, still no cavities. This is the best. I'm going to continue to purchase these. The only thing that I would change about this is the little twist top. It's just kind of annoying to have to twist it off and put it back. If it was a flip top, amazing. It would be even better, but this is totally fine. Again, I'm going to keep buying it. It is kind of pricey, but if it keeps my teeth healthy, I'm gonna keep purchasing. This is the ZITSTICKA KILLA spot clarifying patch. It comes with a little alcohol pad and then the actual patch. But honestly, I probably wouldn't repurchase this specific product from ZITSTICKA again because you only get 4 patches, so it's pretty expensive. And as somebody that gets consistent whiteheads and like cystic acne and stuff, having to buy multiple of these in like a month or 2 months is just not very cost effective. And to be honest, I almost see more of a difference with my COSRX patches than I do with these specific ones. As you can see in that illustration, there are little dots within the illustration of the patch. That's because these have micro darts in them that are supposed to kind of inject the pimple with the ingredients that are in here. This has sodium hyaluronate, oligopeptide, niacinamide, sodium hydroxide, and salicylic acid. And while all of those ingredients are lovely and great, these are okay, but they weren't the most effective on my skin personally. Next up, I don't want to talk too much about this, but the COSRX SNAIL MUCIN Essence. I don't even know how many bottles of this I've gone through. Maybe like 5, 6, 7 of them. I use this daily, morning and night, morning or night, it doesn't really matter. It gives me a lot of hydration, works to boost any of my skincare serums serums. It just has never steered me wrong. I feel like it definitely helps to plump my skin. It keeps it hydrated. It helps to repair that skincare barrier especially. I would definitely recommend SNAIL MUCIN if you've never tried it, and especially if you have dry skin. It could do wonders for your skin, but I will say make sure you patch test because not everyone's skin reacts well to SNAIL MUCIN. I know a lot of people have expressed that they do have an allergy to the SNAIL MUCIN, so just be wary whenever you try it out. Just patch test for a couple days. It is truly as holy grail as holy grails can get. Next we have this STRATIA Rewind Vitamin Rich Hydrating Serum. This is such a lovely all around beautiful serum. If you like niacinamide serums, if your skin likes them, I would highly recommend this one. This has something called DMAE, which is supposed to help with signs of aging. It's a specific ingredient that helps to brighten the skin, tighten the skin, as well as niacinamide, which we all know helps to kind of control that oil, especially if you're oily skin type. And it also helps to brighten the skin and just help with the overall look and feel of the skin. All of that combined in such a beautiful rich serum. It's a very thin consistency, and when you apply it, it doesn't dry down sticky, which is a really big thing for me, especially with niacinamide serums. I like when they just dry down and absorb into the skin like a hydrating serum, and this truly gives me gloss-like skin whenever I do my skincare. If I'm really going for that and I want the skin to look ultra dewy, then I will use this and I'll get that immediate result. But along with that immediate result, I do see long-lasting results. My skin just tends to really love this. I feel like whenever I have this in my routine, my skin is balanced, it's bright, it works amazingly with all my other skincare ingredients. It doesn't pill and it layers really nicely. And I actually already received this in PR because STRATIA has actually repackaged all of their products and everything is 100% post-consumer recycled. And also this serum, they made it bigger, which I was so excited about. So I already have this, I'm really excited about it. I have even more. So big thank you to STRATIA for re-upping me on this serum. It is one of my absolute favorites. Next up, we have the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the scent Gummy Bear. This is actually my most favorite scent in this lip sleeping mask. I've been using this for, I want to say 4 or 5 years now, a very long time. This was actually my first jar of the Gummy Bear scent, and I am going through an original one, like the berry scented one. I have one of those and I'm gonna use that one before I repurchase this, but this is the best one. I will 1000% be repurchasing this. Just smells like grape candy, like Japanese grape candy, and it's so yummy. I think that it leaves my lips really hydrated. I think whenever I put it on at night and I wake up in the morning, my lips are nice and plump and hydrated and moisturized. And I like to also use this in the morning after I do my skincare. I'll just apply some on my lips and then go about my day. Next up, we have a sunscreen. This is from Face Republic. It's the Purity Sun Essence Extra Lightweight Without White Casts. It is water resistant, reef friendly, and it's a vegan formulation. And this was very, very lovely. I'm a huge fan of more watery like sunscreens. I feel like they just apply onto the skin very nicely. And they also absorb into the skin the best, in my opinion. I don't like when sunscreens just kind of sit on top of the skin. I like the sunscreens that feel like a moisturizer, you know, and this feels exactly like that. It does come out white, so you do have like a white sunscreen there, but it completely blends into the skin and it leaves you slightly dewy, but it's not anything crazy. And it does look like there's only a little bit of sunscreen in here because it is a very narrow tube, but this took me a very long time to go through. I think I started using this maybe in May, and I just recently finished this bottle up. If you only use one sunscreen at a time, it'll probably take you a lot faster to use this up, but really enjoy this one. And lastly, we have the Peach Slices Snail Rescue All-in-One Oil-Free Moisturizer. This is an absolute dupe for the COSRX All-in-One Cream, but this one does tend to be less slimy than that one. It's less goopy. And I love this because it is just an all-around really good hydrating moisturizer, especially if you have more oily skin, because it gives you just the right amount of hydration without being too heavy throughout the day. So this was an incredible incredible moisturizer to use during the summertime. I love how lightweight this moisturizer is. It was kind of like a gel cream texture. I don't know if there's anything left in here. Very, very lightweight. And the reason I loved this, I think, so much was that it added a little bit of hydration to the skin, but it completely absorbed. It didn't lay on top of the skin, and it really just locked in the moisture from all my other products that I needed it to. So if I went a little heavier in my skincare routine on hydrating serums, this was really nice to just lock it in and not compete, I guess, with all of my other serums and ingredients and stuff like that. I feel like it made my skin look really nice and plump and hydrated, and the price point is incredible on this. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it is, but this brand, Peach Slices, is the sister company of Peach and Lily, so they just come at a really good price point, and usually it goes on sale at Ulta. Like, they have a lot of buy one get one deals and stuff. I will definitely be repurchasing this, but I do have a lot of moisturizers that I'm trying to go through right now, so I'm not going to be going out and repurchasing it right away, but most definitely I will be buying this again. Alright guys, that was everything for my empties. I had a good amount of stuff, and for the most part everything was a hit. I'm going to continue to repurchase the majority of these things. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful and informative. If you have any questions, any additional questions for me about any of the products that I mentioned in this video, please leave them in the comments down below. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. That is everything, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!